Hey guys, Eli here. How are you? We got a Sunday afternoon here. There's a big winter storm to our south toward North Carolina, and that's giving us some cloudy conditions here. Nothing too bad. No winter storm or snow here. So I'm going to take the next hour and a half of light that we've got left. I'm going to hit the woods, and thanks for coming along. As is the case when I come up here, I spotted 2 deer out in the field that I'm going to be setting up in just for a little bit of tea and a little bit of soup. Enjoying a little bit of snow out here. Take a look at this field here. Beautiful wide open field. A little bit of snow on the ground right now. Not much, but it's beautiful. It's cold. It's in the upper 20s to about 30 degrees right now. All right, well, we're here at the spot. Like I said, just gonna be a real quick one. I brought some gas on a little camping stove, and we're just gonna boil up some water, make some tea, and make a little bit of soup. I've got the Olicamp Kinetic Titanium stove. I bring this on hikes pretty much all the time. I also got a Klean Kanteen, one of the stainless steel non-insulated bottles, as well as a Olicamp Space Saver mug. It's a full 16 ounces of water capacity, and it fits right on the bottom of most of the Klean Kanteens, Nalgene's, Camelbacks, what have you. So I've got that full of water, and we're going to get the stove started. Like I said, nothing too special today. We're just going to use weatherproof match to get this going. All right, we're going to go ahead and pour the water in without making a mess. All right, about 16 ounces water there. Let that burn. Get that cranked up here, and we'll go ahead and get this pot on here. Again, that's about 16 ounces of water, and we're going to let that boil up, and we'll get some teas going. I meant tea going, not teas going. Okay, so it looks like it's coming along pretty good. Had a slight boil over, so I had a little bit too much water in my cup, which is fine. Let's sit on the rock there. And now we're going to move our Klean Kanteen bottle. That's got some water in it. We're going to put that right on top, let that boil up, and see how that comes out. And that'll be the water for my tea. There's my soup. Bon appetit. What I did forget was a spoon or a fork. So what I do have is my Gerber camp hatchet. Put that with the bag so I don't lose it. Great little camp hatchet. Really has a couple of marks on it. It's still pretty sharp, but I've got to really pay attention to the blade. I've used it for quite a few years, and it came with this little knife, probably 2.5, maybe a 3-inch blade. Nothing great, but it is magnetic. There's a magnet right here that actually goes inside. So when it's in there, it kind of holds it, and then there is a holder for the back, and it kind of doubles as a guard so you don't clip it out or flip it or whatever. But a great little camp hatchet to be able to do little things. But because I don't have a fork or a spoon, I'm actually going to use the knife carefully. And I guess you're not an outdoorsman until you use a knife as a spoon. I get asked a lot why I come out into the woods, especially when it's wintertime or when it's cold. I love it. You know, it's one of those places that you can be yourself. You can experience nature. You get fresh air for the most part. I'm in central Pennsylvania, so we have really pretty fresh air here. 30 degrees, so it's not bone-chilling cold, and you can see I'm not wearing a huge coat or anything. I've got a t-shirt, I've got a sweatshirt on, and I've got this puffy vest on. But I just enjoy the outdoors. You know, I've been in the outdoors my entire life, and it's something for me to get away. I work quite a bit, and I'd like to not work as much, so maybe someday, you know, focus on this a little bit more. But it's also a health thing. I'd like to get in better shape. I've never been the thin kid. I've never been the one that had the best abs or the best shape or anything like that. But I've always been active. I've always been outdoors. I've always been healthy, and I just want to maintain that and keep that going. So I'm gonna keep eating my soup here. My tea is just about done. I think my fuel bottle actually just ran out, so good timing. The water's ready, and we'll get some tea here. We've got probably about a half hour, 45 minutes of light left, so I'll sit here and enjoy the time and just enjoy it. All right, soup was pretty good. Finished it up, and now I scooped up, this is the second time, but I've scooped up a little bit of snow and letting it melt in the pan just to kind of get some of the food stuff out of it. I'll clean it up real good when I get home, but it does a pretty good number, and I'll let that kind of melt down and clean a little bit more. I've already used a couple of handfuls of this grass that you can see here. It's mostly dry. It's somewhat damp from the snow, of course, but we haven't really had snow other than just this little dusting to 1/4 of an inch at most here in the last couple of days. So, but yeah, food was good. The soup and the tea is steeping and going to be ready here shortly. And the light's starting to fade, so I'm going to be heading out here shortly. But here's my view. North central Pennsylvania, here in one of these open fields. Earlier there were deer running through. Well, I'm just kind of chilling out here. I got everything packed up. Stove's put away. I've got my tea right here. I'm just kind of holding inside my Space Saver mug because the bottle itself is still really hot from the tea. But I'm just chilling, sitting here in this field and enjoying this this view. It's quiet. There's airplanes flying overhead, but it's quiet. There's a couple of gunshots. Yesterday was the last day of rifle season here in Pennsylvania, and because of work and other obligations, I wasn't able to get out this year. Second year in a row, which kind of stinks. But I've hiked more this year than I did last year. I camped more this year than I did last year. I had 7 total nights in the woods this year, which isn't a lot, obviously, but as a single dad, and I have several jobs, especially during the summer, it's 3 jobs. So I get a little bit of time here and there, and when I do, I try to take full advantage of it. So, but I'm just sitting here watching. The sun's about to go down here in about 15 minutes, but it's behind the clouds, so you know there's no real good sunset, at least right now. but I'm just sitting here in the woods, enjoying the weather, enjoying the time alone, enjoying the peace. And it would be more peaceful if I stopped talking. Packing out everything from paper to tea bags and leave no trace. So nothing's left here, just some footprints, and that's about it. Well, it doesn't look it, but it is getting pretty dark. Still plenty light enough to see, so there's still that, and I can see what's around me. I'm not gonna spook anything, at least as far as I know. But yeah, thanks for coming along. This was fun. I love getting out in the woods, even if it's only for an hour or two, and having some fun in the trees, having some fun in the woods. I mean woods, you know, because I'm not climbing the trees. All right, well, we're back here almost at the car, but I wanted to thank you for coming along with me. And if you'd like to see more of these types of videos, I'm going to be doing more. So click on that subscribe and click on the bell as a reminder for when more videos get uploaded. And I appreciate it. With the more likes and the more subscriptions we get, the more I can do this kind of stuff. So if you have any questions, put them down in the comments. I'll try to answer everything that I can as quickly as I can. And I will put links for some of the gear that I used down in the description as well. All right, thanks again. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next time.